Gentlemen, today I'm going to share with you something that most people don't know about me. I've actually got a superpower. It happens to be getting cast on reality television shows. Here's the deal. I am not the best. I do not consider myself the best at many things, but getting on reality shows and knowing what the producers and casting directors are looking for, there are not many people that are better. I've been on the NBC show Fear Factor back in the day where I actually looked like a humongous puss. I've been on the VH1 show Glam God where I looked like, I looked horrible on that show. Now, I've been on the ABC hit show Shark Tank not once but twice, season 4 and season 7. I was built for reality television, and when I started doing YouTube videos and actually learning how to project a message and actually present myself in an entertaining and energetic way, it got even better. And so today I thought I would share a few things that I have learned if you are interested in getting on reality shows. I will say this though. If you're looking to actually go on a reality show, you have to be realistic. For me, I thought it was going to be the answer to all of my financial prayers, and neither of the 4 times, or none of the 4 times, did that actually happen. And there is a super big, better than average chance, depending on the reality show that you actually choose to apply for and get on, that you could potentially embarrass yourself. The unfortunate thing is that when you go on a reality show, you are signing away every right that you have ever had to you, and like if you make a complete ass of yourself, they have absolutely the right to use it, and you could actually do some potential damage to your image, reputation, and so you really got to think things through. But today I thought I'd actually share with you some tips if you're actually looking to get on a reality show that have helped me, that could potentially help you chase your dreams. Alright, so let's start at the beginning. Tip number 1 is how to find the reality shows that are actually casting. Now, if you've got a specific show that you're looking to get on, like Naked and Afraid, you're like, yo, I would crush it, I can totally start a fire with my bare hands, then you probably should just go directly to the website for the show. A lot of times you're going to have to go to the network, like I think it's like History, or I'm not sure which one. Go there, they'll have the show, you go, and they'll have a link. Every single one of them has a link to where you can actually apply, or they will list where their auditions are actually going to be held and when. Now, if you're like, yo, I don't really care, I just want to be on TV, the place you can go to find castings is Craigslist. Go to Craigslist, and then under jobs, you're going to see TV film. Go there, and you're going to have a field day checking out all the options and opportunities that you could potentially have. But you got to be careful. You're going to have real ones, and you're going to have porn. All right, you need to understand and figure out how to actually tell them apart. Whenever it says female model, that's porn. TV casting for new dating series, that's real. Fighting with a lover, friend, or family member over lies, we can help, that's real. Now casting Kids Barbecue Championship Season 2 Food Network, totally real. Want to reveal your dramatic weight loss? Real. Interested in a career with webcam modeling? This is 100% porn. Alright, so you found the reality show that you want to be on. Next step is the audition. Whether or not you go in person, stand in line and actually audition in front of casting directors, or you've got to submit a videotape. The second tip I would give you is bring that personality. Let it ooze out of you. Take it from a 9 to a 16. Because here's the deal. They are not looking to know if you are an expert in X, Y, and Z. You may be the most amazing cellist in the history of cellists, but they want personality. If you're a dud, if you're quiet, if you're just kind of like, I don't know, if you're shy, this ain't gonna work. Reality television is all about the personalities. You know this by now. If you're not bringing it strong with the personality, they don't want you. Bringing us to the third tip, which is have an opinion during your audition process. If you're trying to make it so that they agree with you, or they like you, or you don't want to seem controversial, that is totally wrong. Have an opinion, have a strong opinion, and let them know. The fourth tip is do not be modest. I know that your mom and your dad and everybody who loves you said, be modest. You might be the most amazing person in the history of people, but be modest. Me? No. Reality show casting, not the time for that either. Perfect example is when I auditioned for Fear Factor. So, I go to the Fear Factor audition, right? This is years and years ago. I stand in line with a bunch, like 600 people. They called you in waves. They got 20 people together around one casting director, and he started asking you questions. And what he did, and this guy set me up so incredibly beautiful. This was back in the day when I was bodybuilding, I was working out, I looked great, I was in shape, and this casting director pointed to this guy, this young guy, who said, "Why should we pick you over him?" And he pointed to me. And the guy goes, "Because I obviously have a better body." And at that point, I knew that this was my cue to take my shirt off. And I did. In front of everybody, I ripped my shirt off. And said something like, obviously he is smoking crack or something like that. Everybody laughed. Everybody was this and that. And I put my shirt back on, and he went around the room and kept asking people. This was totally out of character for me. And I know what you're like, what? It was. But I knew that this was my one shot to sort of make a difference. And he, at the end of having everybody and asking us questions, he said, "Okay, thanks. We've got your information. We'll let you know if we're interested." Everybody turned around, started to walk. He goes, "Aaron, hold on. I want you to go into the other room." Then I started the next phase of the audition process. But if I was modest, it never would have happened. The fifth tip I will give you is don't lie about criminal records. Here's the deal. A lot of casting directors will tell you they don't care if you've had some issues. Like if you've had a DUI, you have bad credit, but if you lie about it and they find out, because they will find out, they jam a microscope up your butt during the casting process. They want to make sure that you're not a serial killer. They want to make sure that you're not got like walking pneumonia. I mean, they do their due diligence in figuring out whether or not they want you on a cast or a set with a bunch of other people. But that being said, BSing about little things just to make yourself and your personality stand out a little bit more, I can't say. I've done it. So congratulations, you got cast. Now I'm going to give you one parting word of wisdom. The sixth tip is do not drink alcohol when you're out there. Everybody's seen the episodes of The Bachelor where somebody the first night gets rip-roaring drunk and makes an ass out of themselves. True story. I go out to Shark Tank the first time for season 4. We get to the hotel. We're all staying. It's me and about 20 other entrepreneurs. We're all at this hotel. We're all super excited to be there. And there's a bar. And people start drinking there in the hotel. So we're all sitting there at the hotel drinking. I was smart enough to go up to bed where there were 3 other guys who decided to go out because right across the street was a mall. There were restaurants. They go out. Well, come to find out, the one guy with the really great idea ends up getting so drunk and so belligerent, he gets escorted out of the restaurant and ends up punching another entrepreneur in the face. Well, guess whose ass got sent home? He never got to pitch because he's such a drunk idiot. Don't drink. There's always, on these reality shows, they want you to be free with yourself and to have a lot of fun. And so a lot of times they encourage drinking. A lot of times they have alcohol there for you to drink. And you just got to be aware that if you're looking to do the best you can, I know you're nervous. I know you're like, oh, just have one to relax and then everybody's partying. Do yourself a favor. Do not drink. It's going to pay off in the long run. And that's it. That's my 6 words of wisdom for reality television. But really it boils down to personality. Remember, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how amazing you are at whatever you do. They want good television. If you are a brain surgeon and you've developed, it doesn't matter. They want a personality. They want a story. And if you're not bringing it, they pretty much don't want you. Reality shows are a lot of things, but real is not one of them.